Hey everyone, your girl is here. So, obviously I'm starting my Saturday. Well, it's actually Friday still at 2:03. I just have a little bit until I can go for a run because of the rain, but that's good to cool the weather down. But anyhow, guys, I am in my, running outfit. I'm sorry, so let me get back to CBS Saturday mornings. So obviously they do a lot of music for their Saturday session. So I wanted to come on and share, that's also another thing that a lot of people do, which to me it's kind of like a negative whirlpool and whirl loop that a lot of people can get sucked into, but when they hear the ultimate reality, um, like I said with the video, um, you know, so obviously, on my two different of a track up the mountain Tuesday. So some people decide to hear that. And then also speaking of this, music is a little bit different. Um, if you don't have like a music video, a lot of it can be up to interpretation, not just what the internet says the song is about. So obviously, like for example, let's use the price tag by, what's it, Jessie J, yes. So let's use that, a lot of people could say that's about prostitution, and we want to bring back proper marriage. But nowhere in the video, like, does it show people on, like, a subway, and other places where prostitution is more likely to be seen. And, you don't have to really, like, dig for it, right? So she's like, why is everybody so damn mysterious, and they're acting so damn, shades on their eyes, they can't even have a good time. And obviously we see that a lot with, on the subway shorts, where a woman is visibly uncomfortable, and then everybody else kind of speaks up, and they can save her, kind of thing. Do you know what I'm saying? So, we just want to make the world dance, right? Like, have fun, right? Like, at a concert, or, and really get to know each other, right? Obviously, Thomas Rhett and his wife were having a lot of fun. If that's actually how if the music video is actually how their first romantic encounter and their first child happened, again, that's totally for him to know and not for us to obsess about the totally normal. I mean, you wouldn't really be playing with fire. More than likely, you're not playing with fire. You're just gonna get told, like, you're stupid, kind of. Not really you're stupid, but you'll get told something like, just stop, right? But now if you walk up to Natalie's mom, right, the other side, the unnormal side of that stuff, and you walk up to Natalie's mom and you say, I don't really know what happened to your daughter, you're literally playing with fire then at that point. Or if you asked, Thomas Rhett an extremely personal question, right? Like, were they, did one side get pulled down a little bit, or did you let your wife, right, pull down, right, her panties for you, for herself and for you? Did you guys talk about that beforehand so you knew how to just let it roll with the motions? Because obviously, again, some of it is planning beforehand, but not the extensiveness of, the other side, meaning the porn videos, right? Anyhow, guys, that's just a little bit of a rant off what I was saying. Getting back to Jessie J quick. So, it's not about the money, right? We don't want the money. All we want to do is just make the world dance and forget about this price tag and, how much are you going to give, how much am I giving? What is my share towards a pimp, right? Because sometimes it can be a third-party person who gets the money, right? So obviously everybody knows how pimps work, right? You have a whole bunch of different girls and you use them and all that other stuff. And then you get money for each of them. So it's not money going to that person directly, like the full amount, right? If it was only two people engaging, you know what I'm saying? So, that kind of stuff. Everybody knows what pimps are and all of that stuff, and how they operate and such. So, in that case, that's probably very low on the totem pole of what people think of when they hear, right? You know, why is everybody so damn mysterious? Could be, you know, let's not, you know, be fake, right? Like, let's have fun together. Let's, you know, put down the phones, right? Screen time can create depression. And it's not about the money, right? So we're not putting our screen time and our life in front of the money, right? Which is, right, the electronics. That, I mean, obviously they aren't cheap. So it's obviously that kind of stuff. But a person could say, well, I mean, it's about we're tired of prostitution. But nowhere in the music video does it go along. So yeah, again, you would be at the bottom of the totem pole. You know, they say, like, relating back to photos. It's worth 1,000 words, guys. So anyhow, this one here, be careful what you wish for. You know, a reminder, you know, like to the kids on the river, well, the teens on the river. But still, you know, it's like, you know, what's preventing you? Like I said, with the anger and frustration at only 50%, like why don't people get angry with Daughtry, right? Why is it only God? If God says it, it's evil, but if somebody here on earth says it, it's somehow now evil. And oh my God, like, who are you telling me, right? Like a lot of people do with religion. Who is God to say that I can't do this kind of stuff, right? So I'm going to hell, oh my God, and then they just throw a fit. Do you know what I'm saying? So, I mean, hey, a worldly person and a worldly version. And yeah, obviously he can share it at a bigger scale, and kind of make people think that, you know, more often and more prevalent. You know, the more his song is played, the more that's going to be the first thing that people think of. It wasn't the first thing I thought of, but it's, you know, reap what you sow is the first thing I thought of. But still, it's like, you know, a lot of people also take just certain parts of things and can also make things very negative. But anyhow, guys, that is a nice little 8-minute edition. It'll help me tomorrow to have a really nice long video. I definitely look more cute laying down there, guys. So anyhow, guys, I will talk to everyone later. Thanks for watching my Saturday morning session from not CVS and not from BV either, guys. Thanks for watching it, though. And then I will, and here in just a couple seconds, you guys will see my celebration video, and a couple other videos. I actually just switched up my plans last minute, but I will talk about that once I officially, you know, get to, my location tomorrow. So anyhow, guys, talk to you guys later.
The journals were a complete shock to her English teacher, Tim Freitas. Her intellect, her candle power. Where does that rank out of 9 years worth of high school kids?
Number 1 or number 2. Absolutely.
That's smart.
Oh, yeah.
What did that machine do? Alexandra had confided in him that she was having a hard time staying motivated. But Freitas chalked it up to teenage angst.
It's always playing back, how would you do things differently now that the outcome has been seen?
You still wrestling with that?
Oh, of course. How do I go forward and have kids sit right in front of me and I don't have a clue what's going on in their personal lives, but still trying to figure out if there's something going on?
I think we all carry a little guilt.
Hey everyone, your girl is here. So it's now 2:33, almost ready to go. I had to wait for the rain to pass. It's definitely passed now, but I wanted to also come on and share that. Sometimes people can, you know, not even want answers or want to converse about it with people. Obviously, again, we don't know. I would have to check the air dates. I think this was immediately after their story. I know they did another follow-up. You know, I think he even did one. It was like a year later, right? It's been a year since we aired this story kind of thing. But there's kind of like another example of people, and people might not want to answer or even say, do you want me to set you up with a therapist to converse about? Because they get, again, confused on, two-way streets and one-way streets, and they try to almost make that like a negative. Because even if I did get the answer as to how I can move past this, like, it's gonna be me and my own self that needs to ultimately, like, go home with myself. Just how, obviously much different. As you said, go home with myself, meaning, because he didn't, like, do anything directly to harm, right? It's like people say, live with yourself, right? Like, obviously, again, that one's it said to me. But I use that as an example, right? It's like how you can live with yourself, right? Not even 24 hours ago, you were running by my house, and then you're coming in here to work, acting like it's nothing. So it's like that kind of thing. They have, that is also tends to be on the rise. Now, granted, we don't know if they paused that film. These are just segments, and then he tried to talk to him, and say, hey, do you want to be set up with a counselor, so you can cope through this better, and maybe help you distinguish, again, the purpose, and distinguish when is it, a two-way street, and ask, like I said, different questions, right? As I said before with the school shooting, to also maybe help in the process, and not make it as hard to process the feelings, right? Like I said with the, I gave this person a birthday card, and so did everybody else except one person in my homeroom. So it makes the feelings of, maybe you didn't want to think about the birthday card that we gave you because you were just going to do it anyhow. I wish I could just understand why you wanted to come in here and do this. So again, that's also another thing that people tend to do, and I've seen that a lot, is they just kind of ask questions, but they don't really want the answers, and they're okay with not. So they're really just okay with asking questions. If that makes any sense, right? Like, they don't want answers. They don't want them in the heat of the moment, even though in the heat of the moment might speed up the process. They don't want to ask, is this normal to experience this kind of pain maybe 4 months after, 5 months after? It's just one of those things. But I just wanted to share that as well, for another Saturday session video. Now I will officially finally get to my running video, celebration video with you guys. Thanks for watching. Have a good day. Hey everyone, your girl Liz here. So you guys can see it is 90 degrees. It is so humid and everything. I have freaking fog already. So what I'm going to have to do is I'm going to have to get out with you guys. Jeez. Holy cow. Oh my god, guys. That is insane. Anyhow, guys, so here I am now. I was really, really silly, and for some unknown reason, jeez, Alyssa. I guess I'm doing my stretches to start with you guys. I thought, it was like it's supposed to be like 6.05, but it's actually 6.55, and that makes sense because 13.1, obviously, and 3.1. So half of a 5K is actually 1.55, not 3. I know a lot of people can confuse, first time people hearing that. They're like, no, it's 3.1. So here I am now, guys. It is now, was it like an hour earlier? Yeah, 5 o'clock. So about an hour earlier than before. I'm going to try to set my watch, and give myself that kind of challenge mindset. So I'm going to set it for halfway point reached. So I'm literally going to plug in 6.55 as my target. And then I'm still going to come back here for the first 3 miles. So then if I went 3 miles and went the whole way, I'd just be probably about where I was last time, when I ended, like the whole way down the hill. So I'm probably going to take a little bit of a challenge, and come back here for 4 miles, because then I'm gonna have to turn around at some point or go down that one other road a little bit, and give myself a little bit of a challenge, guys. So anyhow, you guys can see I have on my yellow and my BB. Very good outfit for this kind of weather. It's 90 degrees. Everybody's looking at me like I'm crazy. So we'll do our stretches here. I have a rather good playlist for up to about, I want to say, oh yeah, you guys are getting it. So it's black and yellow or black and orange. But yellow is good for orange too. I don't know why I was going that way. So I have a pretty good playlist. It's like a mixture of really good and then a pace for the first for the first about 9 minutes. So that's, you know, pretty good. To not have like a start off extremely big. Yep, good. Doing my gusset check. Then my second mile is also slower, kind of how it was into 2 into 3. Obviously everybody saw, you know, the ending of All American Rejects is pretty, jeez. The ending of that was good, for really getting going. So it's not like steady pace the whole way through. Alright guys, I will go ahead here. Just got done with my stretches, so I will go ahead here and get going. Here we go. Hey everyone, your girl is here. So holy cow guys, I literally just got done with like 4.5 miles. Not quite as far as I wanted to go. I was hoping for 6.5, but holy cow guys, this humidity and everything. And obviously I ran behind my car. You guys will see on the map. I stopped right in Carrie Underwood. Like right where where the song kind of goes slower. And then maybe next time she'll think before he cheats. And then it was Without You. It was during the first, like, whenever he first starts talking. So I didn't, I probably could have mapped it on my, you know, my map, but it was just a little bit that I walked. I told myself once I got done with the mile, I was like, this is really good. I'm at 10 minutes. But then me and you actually came on at just the right time as well. So that really helped me to focus on my pace and everything. And get to 2 miles and then just go a little bit more up and then turn back around. And that's when Before He Cheats was on. So I definitely did really good with the first 2. Sorry, I thought there was a rainbow. I did really good with the first 2 miles. But I think, guys, this heat is just killing me. I obviously drank all of that. It was down to like the Recycle by See You Again Soon. Is at the top E. So holy cow guys, I think I'm gonna start taking it a little bit slower here, and go back down to like my 3 miles every 4 days. I think that's a good idea. And then once this you know, heat and it's not really the heat, it's more the humidity. Once this humidity calms down a little bit, I can finally get a good run. But I feel very excited, guys. So anyhow guys, that's just the gist of my celebration video. There was a beautiful rainbow, you know, so I'll go ahead and take a picture of that. But other than that guys, that's pretty much it for my celebration video. Very good guys. My sleep was equally as good. So there's just a lot of different things that could be playing into, you know, me not doing as well. I only had eggs, peanut butter,
It was eggs, peanut butter, some crackers, and some chips for dinner. And then for lunch, I only had a corn dog, so I don't know if that maybe played a part in it. And I also had my lunch at noon. I even slept in an hour today. So I don't really know what could have caused it. I did have a bagel and cereal, but there's definitely things to keep track of. And also, I did watch my video from last year as well. My end of the year goals, and my goal was actually 10. So cut that down in 5, and then have my longest streak be like no more than 3. Within reason. I know I've already shared that before. Correction on that, how I shared that I was number 5 and I was a third of the way there. No, a third of the way was last year. Last year was 15, and then my streak was 6 while I was being a bad girl because of my tooth. Do you guys remember? And then I started my first dose, and I went and picked them up, remember? And then at work, after about 2 hours, I couldn't bear the pain. So then I just took my pills at 6, and you're supposed to wait like every 6 hours to take them. So yeah, that was very, very bad, Alyssa. No, I'm joking. Whether it is or is bad, I mean, for having that the entire year, I think that's pretty freaking good, guys. So anyhow, guys, we're not going to talk about Alyssa's being a bad girl during my celebration video here. So anyhow, guys, I will go ahead here and get going. Awesome video. Rainbow has been gone for about 5 minutes now, but I will post some photos of it. It was really beautiful. So anyhow, guys, again, thanks for watching. I'll post my playlist. I think that it would have been amazing if only I was, you know, better prepared with the heat and maybe some food. Definitely not sleep. But I'm definitely going to start keeping track. Like, I'm literally going to go in my notebook where you guys saw that I did the comparison with Sheets points before, compared to Weiss points. And I'm literally going to really start keeping track of this. I did keep track with the lower mileage, like I had obviously said in that one video, where it's like, yeah, I was gonna, you know, I forget my exact wording, but, you know, kind of see, you know, I'm maybe debating on if I should, like, finish it at a hill and see how that works, with, like, mindset really doesn't matter that much and all of that in those points, and compare the sleep and everything. It's like, oh, so you're gonna run. No, okay, again, we're not getting into that, but, yeah, so, yeah, that was not, the findings on that were not, you know, those factors, right, play that much when it's that low mileage. But definitely as I'm getting into this higher mileage, it's going to be very, very cool and exciting and fun to see how everything kind of pans out and works. And yeah, so anyhow, guys, I will go ahead here and get going. Talk to you guys later. And definitely, oh my god, it's down to 82. Yikes. So just a little bit yet, guys, and I'll be able to crush it. I know that I'll crush it. But definitely good endurance. And next time I'm here, I will map where I didn't log. So anyhow, it's probably not 4.5. It's actually closer to 4.6, which is amazing and great endurance. I wanted to kind of give up once, right before the 3 mile mark, but I didn't. So, yeah. But then I pretty much did like 1.5 miles later. Anyhow, guys, talk to you guys later. Hey everyone, your girl is here. Here I am now. I'm ready to take it off and admire my tan again. Let me do this on the camera.
This bra is obviously way, way, way too tight, guys. Here, I'm gonna do it behind so you guys can see. Okay. Hang on, guys. There we go. Okay. My tail's looking good, guys. Anyhow, guys. Yeah. Anyhow, guys, I'm gonna go ahead here and hop on in, and then I'm gonna do my make my bed with you guys, and then I feel so cute and adorable right now. Anyhow, guys, I'm gonna take my shower then, do my bed, and then I'll do another couple some editing and maybe some more videos with you guys. Here we go.